Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book, The Gen Z Frequency, a creation by Gregg Witt, Derek E. Baird. The book, The Gen Z Frequency, 2018, provides a guide for brands aiming to form authentic connections and meaningful bonds with Generation Z. Along with understanding the mindset of this expanding demographic, the authors offer practical guidance on content strategy, marketing, social media, and other aspects. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Gregg Witt is an expert in youth marketing strategy. He has successfully collaborated with renowned brands like Procter & Gamble, Qualcomm, and the Walt Disney Company to develop strategies that effectively resonate with Generation Z. In recognition of his expertise, he was honored as a top youth marketer to follow by Inc. magazine in 2016. Derek E. Baird is an accomplished youth digital strategist and social media specialist. Throughout his career, he has overseen digital youth initiatives for prominent brands, including Yahoo, Facebook, and the Walt Disney Company. Copyright AC, Gregg Witt and Derek E. Baird, 2018. This summary of the Gen Z frequency is published with permission from Kogan Page. With 8 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book. On StoryPlanet.net. To start, the text is about the importance of understanding and speaking the language of Gen Z. Generation Z is a challenging demographic for brands to communicate with. They demand transparency and represent their values. To connect with them, brands need to understand their communication style and perspectives. Brands should align with youth culture and develop strategies to reach Gen Z by producing relevant content and building relationships of trust. Key idea number 1. Generation Z differs significantly from previous generations of consumers. Generation Z, born between 1996 and 2011, is a new demographic that is distinct from millennials. They grew up with constant access to the internet and use technology in different ways. They are the largest consumer demographic in history and have significant spending power. Brands need to pay attention to this generation and understand how to effectively connect and communicate with them. Key idea number 2. Generation Z is not a homogeneous group, but rather a diverse collection of individuals with varied characteristics. Generation Z is a diverse group with different needs, lifestyles, and cultural contexts. Brands should use correct customer segmentation to understand specific subsets of Gen Z. The youth culture. Alignment framework helps segment based on psychographics and situational factors. This approach allows brands to target a more culturally specific subgroup and understand what drives young consumers. Key idea number 3. Gen Zers desire to be part of a movement and expect brands to back them. Understanding the key attributes of Gen Z, such as independence, diversity, social engagement, pragmatism, collaboration, privacy, and filtering skills, is crucial for marketers to tap into their psyche. Gen Z is socially conscious and desires to belong to a movement, as exemplified by Malala Yousafzai. They care about brands' values and conduct and are likely to spread information about unethical practices. Gen Z values diversity and expects brands to reflect these values as well. Building credibility with Gen Z requires time and effort. Key idea number 4. To win the trust of young consumers, it is important for brands to create a consistent brand voice. This means developing a clear and cohesive message that resonates with the target audience. By doing so, brands can build credibility and establish a strong connection with younger consumers, ultimately increasing their trust and loyalty. Trust is crucial when building consumer brand relationships, especially with Gen Z. Brands need to establish a conversational and authentic tone to connect with young consumers. Brands should avoid creating unreliable products, having a negative impact on society, not listening to customers, or using inauthentic pop culture references. To build trust with Gen Z, brands should have a consistent voice across all platforms, creating unique and eye-catching content. The Walt Disney Company successfully transformed its image by adopting a new voice that resonated with Gen Z, upgrading its digital content and embracing new formats like GIFs and TikTok videos. Key idea number 5. Utilize social media platforms to connect with and understand the preferences and behaviors of Generation Z. Social media is crucial for connecting with Gen Z, and brands need to have a strong digital presence and effective social media strategy. Instagram and Snapchat are the most popular platforms among Gen Z because they allow for storytelling and sharing real-life experiences. Gen Z values authenticity and wants to see the messy and imperfect details of everyday life. Brands should use these platforms to engage with Gen Z by sharing interactive, storytelling-focused content. Understanding when Gen Z is most active on social media is also important for maximizing engagement and likes. Key idea number 6. Focus on creating content that is both relevant and inspirational to your audience. This means staying updated on current trends and addressing topics that are important to your target demographic. Additionally, aim to inspire and motivate your audience, offering them valuable insights and ideas that they can apply to their own lives. By providing content that is both relevant and inspirational, you can build a strong and engaged audience. To capture the attention of Gen Z on social media, brands must create kick-ass content that is memorable and share-worthy. Taco Bell is an example of a brand that excels in youth engagement by telling stories and creating a fun brand persona on platforms like Snapchat and Instagram. They encourage interactions and evoke FOMO through visually stunning photos. Additionally, brands can engage Gen Z by aligning their content with global events, but they should be thoughtful and add value to the conversation rather than simply following trends. Key idea number 7. Applying digital artifacts can enhance the presentation of your content. Gen Z is constantly connected and spends 6.5 hours a day on digital media. They are skilled multitaskers, splitting their attention between multiple devices. Brands need to focus on short, visually appealing content to engage with Gen Z. GIFs, memes, and emojis are popular among Gen Zers for self-expression and sharing. Emojis provide emotional context to text messages. Gen Z processes content quickly, so brands should use digital artifacts sparingly and avoid being inauthentic. Key idea number 8. Creating a community centered around shared values is crucial for establishing and maintaining consumer loyalty. The world's increasing connectivity has led to young people feeling lonelier. In response, many Gen Zers are turning to online communities for authentic connections. These communities are formed around common interests or provide support in areas like mental health. Brands can create their own communities by authentically engaging with their audience, as demonstrated by Taylor Swift's success in creating a fan community. Brands can use social media to inform audiences of events and experiences related to their brand, showing that they are valued and included. In conclusion, the key points of the text are: Generation Z is individualized, tech-savvy, and socially engaged. Brands need to understand Gen Z's values and perspectives, provide valuable content, and engage in meaningful conversations. Define the brand's personality by thinking of it in simple terms, like a celebrity. The book, The Gen Z Effect, by Tom Koulopoulos, offers further insights into the Gen Z mindset and how businesses can prepare for the future. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.